We've had a couple of clients collar us recently while we've been out working requesting bare root hedging, so we thought we'd just do a quick video on it for you. It's also a good time of year at the moment. We're between October and February and the weather's not too bad out there, so now's a super time to be getting on with it. Just as an example, we've got some hornbeam whips here. A whip is a very simple, bare root, cost-effective young tree or way of going about creating a hedge. It's come from the nursery in a bag. Leave it in the bag until you're ready to plant. There should be no need, unless you're storing it for a long time, which we wouldn't advise, there should be no need to be watering these plants any further than when they come out the bag. As you can see, they're still nice and moist and they've been in there for 2 or 3 days now. Wouldn't really advise leaving them much longer than that. We can just tease them apart. And as you can see, we've got some structural roots and we've got some very fine feeder roots coming off the structural roots. We want to be really careful not to damage these, as they're the key. They're basically what take up all the nutrients and will turn into the bigger structural roots and keep going. They're slightly soily and they're nice and damp, but we don't want to wash that soil off any further. All the key nutrients and such like are all on there, so we don't need to be wetting them or watering them any further. We can water them once they're planted. At this time of year, probably not need to. Anyway, and hornbeam is great because you've got a really nice bright green, fresh colour throughout the summer, but then you've got quite a nice rustic brown throughout the winter, and they do retain most of their leaves. One of the reasons they retain the leaves is that beech and hornbeam will keep their leaves for the first 1 or 2 years. So because we're constantly pruning a hedge, it's all new or fresh growth, so the tree thinks it's still young and keeps its leaf. Right, so we'll take these outside now and show you a simple, effective way of planting them. There are many ways of doing it. This is one of the ways we use. It's quick, it's simple. We've always found it works for us. I'm going to pop them back in the bag now and we'll see you outside. Hello again. So we're going to put a little hornbeam hedge along the end of the vegetable plot here. We've already put one in, and here are the rest of the what we call whips. As you can see, really good quality nursery stock. Lots of good roots, and more importantly, as we explained earlier on the previous video where we planted the tree, lots of lovely fine fibrous feeder roots. You can get carried away by digging a big trench and putting them in, but they're remarkably simple to plant. We're going to plant them staggered, so we'll have one here, one here, one here, one here, which makes for a good thick hedge. All you have to do is put your spade in the ground, about 6-8 inch apart, slide it in, create a nice gap down the back of the spade, get your whip, fold it in and back up again, and then just gently firm with your foot. Reasonably simple and straightforward.